We're ready to dive into the deep end of the pool with this very special meditation today on the theme of when work falls away, either because of a job loss, what happens to purpose and trust. So I welcome you to this special meditation on this special occasion. So thank you for showing up for yourselves exactly as you are, with whatever it is that you're carrying today. Welcome to my soul tribe. If you chose to join us today, perhaps there is something in your professional life that has recently shifted. Maybe there was a title that was taken away. Maybe a role that you poured yourself into all these years suddenly came to an end. Maybe you're sitting in the strange silence of a morning that used to begin with a commute, and now it begins with this question that you're not sure how to answer. Whatever the case may be, whatever brought you here, you belong here, dear one. So if you haven't already done so, I invite you to gently let your eyelids drift close, settle in. You don't need to be anything right now. I'm going to begin with a story. Thousands of years ago, in ancient Egypt, there was a man named Moses. And Moses held one of the highest profile titles in the ancient world. He was a powerful prince of Egypt. Raised in the palace of the Pharaoh, educated by the finest minds, clothed in gold and all the fineries, he had authority. He had influence. He had a future most people couldn't even dream of. And in one moment, he lost it all. After killing a man in a moment of rage, Moses was forced to flee. He ran from the palace, from the title, from the life that he had known. He didn't have a plan. He had nothing. No position, no wealth, no status, no idea of what would come next. And where did he end up? This prince of Egypt ended up in the desert tending sheep. A prince suddenly became a shepherd. The man who once walked the halls of the most powerful empire on earth was now standing in dust and silence, watching animals graze. For 40 years, not 40 days, not 40 weeks, 40 years in the wilderness with no title, no prestige, no indication his life would have ever been anything more than what he had become. The world looked at Moses and said, "What a fall. He had everything, and today he's nobody." But here's what the world did not see. The desert was not a punishment. The desert was a preparation. Because it's only here, in this emptiness, in the silence, in the stripping away of every identity the world had given him, that Moses encountered the burning bush. A fire that burnt but did not consume. And from that fire came a voice. The voice did not tell him to go back to who he was. The voice instead said that now you're ready for who you are about to become. Now, here's the irony that I want you to hear deeply. The thing that Moses is most known for in all of human history, that is, of liberating an entire people, parting the seas, carrying down the tablet from the mountain. What if the same is true for you? What if that which fell away was never the real thing? What if this desert that you find yourself now in is not where your life falls apart, but where that burning bush appears? I want you to join me in this journeying inward, dear one. Within that quiet, notice there is something aware of the quiet. That's something that was here before any job title was given to you. Something that will be here long after every role you've ever played is forgotten. That awareness is what you are. I'd like you to imagine you're standing in a room. On the shelves are all the labels the world has given you: your job, your role, the business cards, that LinkedIn headline. Now imagine a warm wind moves through the room, and one by one those labels lift off the shelves. They float, they dissolve. They return to the nothing they always were. And as each one lifts away, I want you to notice what remains. You're still here, without the title, without the role, without the story. You are still here. What is it that remains? Don't name it. I just want you to feel it. The flower does not become beautiful when someone calls it beautiful. It simply is what it is. And in being what it gives its fragrance to the world without any effort, without a strategy, without a performance review. Now, gently bring your attention to any fear living in your body right now. Perhaps a fear about the future, fear about money, fear about what others will think. Don't push it away. Just see it. Because that fear is not your enemy. That fear is the child inside you who was taught that survival depends upon the approval of the world. And you can hold that child now. You can say to that part of yourself, I see you. I understand why you're afraid. But we are held by something much bigger than a paycheck. We always have been. There is a design to this life. The bee needs the flower, and the flower needs the bee. Nothing in this existence survives alone. You were placed here in this exact body, in this exact time, with these exact gifts because something in this world needs what you are. Not what you do, what you are. And what you are does not get laid off. What you are does not get restructured. What you are does not expire when a contract ends. Now, what if this transition is not something happening to you, but something happening for you? Not in some shallow, toxic, positive way. The pain is real. The uncertainty is real. And we honor that. But what if, like Moses, the desert is not the end of your story? What if it's your real story finally beginning? This chapter is called the opening. An opening in your schedule. An opening in your identity. An opening in the story you were telling about who you have to be. And in that opening, grace can finally walk in. I'm going to speak some affirmations, and these are not things you need to force yourself to believe. These are things that are already true. And you are simply giving them a voice. So as I speak each of them, I want you to silently repeat it in your heart. My worth was never given to me by the world. It was placed in me by the divine. And what God, the Great Spirit, has placed in me, no company, no economy, no circumstance can take away. I trust the design of my life. Even when the path disappears beneath my feet, the ground is forming with every step I take. I'm not lost. I am being led. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to overflow. And as I give with what is genuine in me to the world, life will meet me. Life never abandons what serves life. Life never abandons what serves life. Now, for the next few moments, let there be no effort, simply rest. Rest in the awareness that you've always been. Letting go of any plans. The soul just wants you to show up with sincerity today. Rest in this not knowing. Let the not knowing be a cradle, not a crisis. You are not behind. You are not broken. and you are not your resume. Your real work is the love and the presence and the aliveness you bring to whatever you do. Moses spent 40 years in the desert with no indication that anything was coming. And then, one ordinary day, a bush caught fire and everything changed. You don't need to know what's coming. You just need to stay present so that you can see when it arrives. As we bring this practice to a close, I want to leave you with one question. Not something that you have to answer right now, but I want you to carry this with you. If no one would ever know what you do, if no title would ever be given, if no paycheck would ever come from it, what would you still do? Simply because your heart cannot help but do it. That is the thread, dear one. Pull on it. I want you to please bring your palms together in prayer position at your heart center. Let's seal this practice by rubbing our palms briskly. The palms are an energy vortex, and when you rub your palms, you feel a welling up of a warm ball of energy between your palms. And I want you to take that warm ball and cup your eyes, one with each palm, and bless yourself. I am fortunate. I am blessed. I am very lucky. I am guided by love. I attract amazing people into my life. I attract wealth. I attract great ideas. I attract amazing opportunities. I give everywhere I go, even if it's only a smile. My abundance overflows to those around me. I love my life. I am the M in magic. I'm unstoppable. I welcome wealth into my life at the intersection of light and matter. I welcome wealth into my life as life-giving life and life-sustaining life. I welcome wealth into my life as a manifestation of truth, goodness, and beauty in this world. I want you to please bring your palms back together in prayer position at your heart center. And gently tuck your chin towards the heart space. in a posture of gratitude. I thank you for joining me in this practice today. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And just at your own time, at your own pace, when you're ready, I invite you to go ahead and drop your palms and ever so gently open your eyes. And as you do so, I want you to notice for yourself what this practice has done for you.